Alrighty, who is ready to talk about oils? Yay! Okay, so those of you that are part of my Oil of the Month club in my doTERRA group, this month is oregano. So oregano is a great oil. Very first thing I want to tell you though, it is a hot oil, so always dilute your oregano. It takes a teeny tiny bit to get the effect that you need. Whether you're putting it in a soup or putting it on your big toe for, I don't know, ingrown toenail infection or something, I don't know. So, very little bit goes a very long way. Okay? Disclaimer. I am not a doctor. None of this that I'm telling you is, take it at your will with a grain of salt. I am not a medical professional. Okay, so most of my information comes from these reference books. This is a Modern Essentials book, an emotional healing book, and the Essential Life book. Okay, this is where I get a lot of my information from, guys. So I'm not just pulling it out of thin air, and some of it will come from my personal experience. Now, if we get into it and there's something that you know of from your own personal experience that we have not gone over, please leave me a comment so that, one, I can learn too, because we're always learning new things, and two, so that everybody else can learn from your experiences as well. So, without further ado, let's talk about oregano. All right, we'll go to physical properties first, and then we'll go into emotional properties second. All right, so oregano is a antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiseptic with the respiratory system, antiviral, and immune stimulant. So it helps to boost the immune system so the body can fight off whatever's coming at it. So this is a great one to have around basically all year long, because you never know when you might come in contact with some bug that might make you go down for a few days. So obviously oregano is an herb, and doTERRA oregano is steam distilled from the herb itself, the plants. Okay, so in this book, it says the common primary uses, this is a Modern Essentials book, is athlete's foot, calluses, candida, canker sores, carpal tunnel, Ebola virus, fungal infection, immune system, it stimulates the immune system, inflammation, intestinal parasites, MRSA, muscle aches, nasal polyp, parasites, plague. Like, when was the last time anybody had plague? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Pneumonia, ringworm, staph infection, vaginal candida, viral infections, warming of the body, warts, and whooping cough. And it does say dilute 1 to 3. However, if you're using it on children, I would dilute it even more. Kids tend to be more sensitive, so, use your discretion, parents. Okay, so that is what the Modern Essentials book says about oregano oil. Now let's see what this one here, the Essential Life book, says about oregano oil. So if you're not familiar with these books, they have great information, beautiful pictures. This is the Essential Life. And then the Modern Essentials is much more like a medical book. So if you have any kind of medical background at all, it's more like a medical reference book. Okay, so just a tidbit about the books. These are a must when you're using oils, because if you have a whole bunch of oils and you don't know how to use them, you're not going to use them. So, okay, let's talk about oregano. Let's see here. Top uses: viruses, strep throat and tonsils, staph infection and MRSA, intestinal worms and parasites, warts, calluses, canker sores, pneumonia and tuberculosis, urinary infection, athlete's foot, ringworm and candida, carpal tunnel and rheumatism, and emotional balance. So it goes a lot of the same, but it also gives you some more benefits from it than the other book does. So they have similar, but they also have differences. Let's see. Main constituents. If you're into the science part of it, let's see if I can pronounce these. Carvacrol and thymol. Steam distilled. We already went over the top priorities. It blends well with thyme, basil, and clove. So you can use other herbs with your oregano. It's like we're cooking over here. Let's put some thyme and little basil and some oregano. No, we're not making spaghetti. We're making something to make us feel better. So my personal experience with oregano, I am one of the few people that I know that can actually use oregano straight. So I never do a full drop though. I only do just the fingertip. And it depends on where I'm putting it. But yeah, I don't, other than cooking and in the On Guard Plus, I don't use oregano a ton. Although I should try it on my moles. Or, well, I don't have any warts, but I've heard from others that if you put it on a mole and put a Band-Aid on it and just let it be there, it'll actually eventually have the mole fall off. It's the same thing with frankincense that I've heard, and that you would do it the same way with warts if you have one. So that's interesting little tidbit. If you have anything and want to try it, then give it a shot and let us know. But I have not tried that personally myself. I have had a client use oregano on a very severe toe fungus, like turning yellow, the nail was disformed, it was gross, and even the medical stuff that he got from his doctor wouldn't even touch it. But the oregano cleared it up in no time. So that was really interesting. Okay, so let's talk about the emotional side of oregano. Oregano is the oil of humility and non-attachment. Oregano cuts through the fluff of life and teaches individuals to do the same. It removes blocks, clears negativity, and cuts away negative attachment. Oregano is a powerful oil and may even be described as a forceful or intense. Well, I could definitely tell you it is intense, because if you've ever smelled doTERRA's oregano oil, it is powerful. Oregano addresses a person's needs to be right, that the individual in need of oregano may attempt to convert other people to their own fixed opinions. Their strong will can make them unteachable and unwilling to budge. They hold rigidity in their opinions and belief system. However, oregano is resolute and has the power to break through a strong will. On the deepest level, oregano dispels materialism and attachment that hinders an individual's growth and progress. While using oregano, a person may feel encouraged to end a toxic relationship, quit an oppressive job, or end a lifelong addiction. These toxic attachments limit one's capacity to feel a healthy connection to the divine. Oregano encourages true spirituality by inviting the soul to live in non-attachment. It teaches that devotion to one's higher power includes letting go of rigidity, willfulness, negative attachment, and materialism. The emotions oregano addresses are overly attached, pride, opinionated, negativity, excessive willfulness, and materialistic. So, oregano is a great oil to use with your solar plexus chakra, because that's where your willpower is centered. So let me grab my little chakra sheet over here. All right, so oregano, it's not one of the recommended oils, but I would definitely use it. Your solar plexus, if you don't know, I will link the video up over here so that you can check it out and get a little more information on your solar plexus. But in basics, it's right where your stomach's at. So, you know, with oregano being good for candida and all that kind of stuff, it totally makes sense. Physical issues that could be caused from the emotional side of issues that you're dealing with, that you're trying to address with oregano. Eating or intestinal issues, digestive disorders, things like eczema can actually be a outward sign of an inward problem. Something like, you know, we talked about candida is one use for oregano. Well, if you have an excess of candida, then you know, oregano will help to get rid of it. Now I'm going to put another disclaimer here. Do not use oregano for more than 10 days in a row because it will completely clean out the candida in your gut. And always, always, always follow with a probiotic if you're using it for that particular reason. And obviously if you use it for that long of a period, it works just like an antibiotic from the doctor, really. So make sure you use a probiotic after your stint of oregano. Oregano will also help, like depression can actually be a sign of an imbalance in your solar chakra or solar plexus chakra, so that you know, using things like oregano, that depression could be caused by, you know, your perpetual need to feel that you're right, or that like nobody understands you and everybody's against you. Basically overpowering, well, what did I say? Willfulness. That's the word. So using oregano aromatically is going to help with those type of issues, emotional issues, psychological issues, things like that. Using oregano topically is going to help with the physical body. So energetic, you want aromatic, or can add it in an aroma touch technique for those that know how to do that. Topical is more for the physical and sometimes energetic body. So anyway, that's a little bit on oregano. If you have anything to add, please leave a comment and share with everybody. I would love to hear your experiences. But for now, next time we will hit one of the next oils that we missed in the last couple of months. So look forward to that. I think I will actually hit on Melissa next. Melissa sounds like a great one. So anyway, love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.